The injury crisis for Celtic worsens as Brendan Rodgers confirms 2-month injuries for Cameron, Carter Vickers and Mayak Nawrocki, or however you pronounce it. I thought it was Nawrocki, but turns out it's like Nawrocki. What do you think pronouncing it is?
I don't really give a shit about the pronunciation, but what I think right now is Celtic fans must be shitting their pants and they must be praying for two things. First of all, they must be praying for a big signing in the centre-back position, and they must be praying for Yakinta to break up with Starfelt, because by God could they be using him right now.
They could be using him right now. You've also Stephen Welsh out injured. You've Lagerfeld, or whatever his name is, in there. Kieran Tierney linked with a move. Looks like he's going to Real Sociedad. But if you sign Tierney, left back and a centre back, Tierney would be it. I mean, obviously it'd be a difference, mate. But it would be bigger. Like I talked about it earlier, it would be bigger than Ramsey. Even though Ramsey was on the 400 grand a week, Tierney's coming in, not even in his prime.
The thing is, we've seen how good Tierney can play the left centre-back position, right? In a 5. But can Celtic realistically, domestically play a 5?
No, but sure.
I know Scotland do it against teams that we are superior to. I get that. But I just think Celtic fans would personally be doing it at Celtic Park rioting if they turned up at Celtic Park to take on St Johnstone with a 5 at the back.
Yeah, can Celtic not play 4 at the back and Tierney plays left centre-back anyway?
I know, but the whole point of him playing left centre-back in the 3 is that he can bomb forward and get...
but surely if Celtic are at home, they can bomb forward anyway.
Well,
point is, you'd rather bring Tierney in than not, but this ain't really about Tierney, it's about the injury crisis. So 2 months takes us right up to the end of October.
There is a difference between playing in a centre-back in a back 3 and being a centre-back for back 2. Like,
now, what I would say
that's a massive difference.
No, of course there is. But I think Tierney would be one of those players that could easily adapt, potentially. But
true, but with his height and the Scottish football being pretty physical, but I do think the likes of your Livies and your Kilmarnocks, man, I think they'd just be targeted.
Well, it depends on the game.
Joel Newbley up against Kieran Tierney?
Well, I don't think he'll be here, mate.
Well, that's true.
In 9 days' time,
Martindale's done his best to get rid of him.
I was like Davy Livingston. Martindale's fucking going around sticking posters on lampposts. Sign this guy.
This guy's good. I think you should sign him.
He needs to go to a better home. I can't look after him.
He needs to support his family. What do you make of Davy Martindale? Before we talk about Celtic, by the way, Davy Martindale said that getting drawn against Rangers in the Cup will save a few of his players from getting canned.
What the fuck?
That's what he said. Drawing Rangers in the Scottish League Cup will save
I'm sorry, right? Livingston need to get relegated and a team with actual bit of fucking money.
or fans. Or a real pitch, something like that.
I actually think it's incredible how little fucking finances Livy are on.
He says that drawing Rangers in the Cup, and how much money will that get? It's the quarterfinals of the Scottish League Cup. It's hardly gonna.
Yeah, and
he said it saved the careers of a couple of Livingston players. It stopped them from getting canned.
They're not at home. Rangers are at home.
Aye, but you get to share the gates anyway, so.
I know, but they'd make more at home. It's not like they'd be making an insane amount away.
I think they would make away because you're getting a percentage share of the gate.
I think you'd make more at home though.
I'm not too sure. I don't know how it works.
Either way, I doubt this. How can this realistically save like 5 players?
What are they on? Fucking £5 an hour or something like that? Minimum wage here? I don't know, but to me it's just it's a shite. Like, that sounds like something a League 2 manager should be saying.
How did Livy even get up through the leagues?
I want to know. I can't accept that for a Premiership team.
Livy finished third in like 2003. 8 years under their existence. That's better than what Rangers were doing. Oh, what? JK, guys, that's only a joke. A bit of banter, but yeah, back to the team about Celtic, man. Carter Vickers and Nawrocki out. Who do they need to bring in? I'm hearing Shane Duffy.
I fucking would love them to bring in.
I'd pay money to bring Shane Duffy in.
The banter. I was going to say the banter years. It was a banter year. But it was a good year.
No, it was a brilliant year.
Nonetheless, Shane Duffy, has he improved? You know what, though? I'm going to give Shane Duffy a little bit. I don't think he's that bad. I think he just had a horrible fucking season. And it happened to be a season where everything that could go wrong for Celtic did. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I think Shane Duffy's a fucking terrible defender. I don't. I think he just had a really, really bad season. This is the same Shane Duffy that when he came in, a lot of Celtic fans were making him out to be a saviour. and thought that he was going to like shut out Rangers and all that stuff and be a rock and guide Celtic to 10 in a row. Let's make no mistake, when Shane Duffy came in, he was supposed to be best defender in the league, best centre back bar none.
Yeah.
He turned out to be one of the worst. So
who's actually worse though, Duffy or Ramsey? I know Ramsey missed a penalty in the Europa League final, but Duffy was way worse. Duffy cost Celtic about 10 points at least.
Duffy was worse, but I feel like Ramsey was more disappointing.
Aye.
Because Duffy just was comically bad, whereas Ramsey wasn't really bad. He was just fucking not good, you know? It was like, Ramsey at the time, it was like arguably the biggest signing in Scottish football history. And I know people will cry about this, and what are you talking about? But back when Scottish football made big signings in the 90s, early 2000s, it wasn't a shock back then. That was like the norm. That was the reality. Celtic and Rangers could attract the big name players back in the 90s and early 2000s. We haven't seen Celtic and Rangers attract any big names, let's be honest, in the past decade. That very rarely happens. Aaron Ramsey is undoubtedly the biggest player to come in terms of name value. That wasn't completely done in terms of age, coming here just to collect it. Well, he kind of was done, but we didn't know that at the time. But he's the biggest name to come to the Old Firm since probably mid-2000s.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah, easily. I'd say so.
It's not even fucking close. So, see, from about maybe 2006-07 onwards.
But what if Tierney comes in? I think he overtakes that man though.
Oh, he does, 100%.
Yeah. So, be intriguing to see if that does happen.
I don't think it will.
No, I don't think it will.
I think Brendan Rodgers makes it more likely to happen than if Ange Postecoglou was there. But for me, if Tierney joins Celtic on loan, it's a massive step backwards for his career. It basically puts an end to his Arsenal career, in my opinion. Probably puts an end to him getting...
no, he's not. Earlier on, he's not training anymore with Arsenal. He's training on his own.
It probably puts an end to any sort of... I'm not going to say he'll never play for a top-flight Premier League club again, but I think he'd need to rebuild his career. He's not going to move to Celtic on loan or whatever, and then go to another top-4 team. That's not going to happen.
Newcastle want him. Real Sociedad want him.
I think Newcastle would be a good move.
Yep.
Personally, I wouldn't go to Real Sociedad. I'd go to Newcastle. I actually think it's criminal that Tierney doesn't start for Arsenal. He is fucking way better than Zinchenko, and I know some Rangers fans will be on this channel saying he's not, but, catch your fucking self on. Let's get a grip here. Let's not get biased.
I said earlier he's better than Roberts.
Yes, I think he is. Let's not get delusional here and bash a player because he used to play for Celtic, right? Kieran Tierney is better than Zinchenko. Zinchenko costs Arsenal games. Tierney wins Arsenal games. I don't see what's so fucking good about Zinchenko. Not a great defender. Not great going forward. Lacks any sort of pace or dribbling.
But he can play a wee bit in midfield.
He's not as effective as Kieran Tierney, but apparently he can drift into the middle and play as like a CDM. I'm sure if you asked Tierney to do that, he could.
No, but
and that's bullshit. Look at this. What's the point of signing like a party or something like that if you're going to get Zinchenko to come in? Your left backs, your full backs, their primary job is to defend. Secondary job is to get forward down the wings and create width and help with counters and score goals and cross balls into the box. Why do you want a fullback to come into the CDM position? That just makes fucking no sense to me. So you're going to play Zinchenko over Tierney just because he's better in a CDM role? You've got fucking Partey at the club, just play him in a CDM role? That's madness.
Declan Rice as well.
So hold on, if Greg Taylor's better at CDM than Kieran Tierney, that's like playing Greg Taylor at left back over Tierney because if I want him to come into the middle of the pitch, he can. And be like, why the fuck would you do that? Why don't you just play Tierney at left back? Give him the ability to roam forward and put Callum McGregor in at CDM. Problem solved.
Good night.
But no, you're going to sacrifice your best left back because your secondary shite left back's better in a position that none of them play.
Brilliant.
Arteta, I like Arteta. I think he's a good manager, but he's got this one horribly wrong. He's losing a fantastic left back here for an average left back at best.
And that's pretty much it.
Let's be honest. If you're good, if you're good and you're in your prime, you don't leave Man City to go to Arsenal. There's a reason why Pep was happy to let him go.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Same with Jesus at the end of the day.
Yeah, no. Same. Jesus is a good player, right? But let's not pretend that he is fantastic.
Same with Sterling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying these are bad players, but again, if they were really that good, they wouldn't be leaving. Man City wouldn't be selling them to title rivals. It's as simple as that. Zinchenko is not this great player.
They won't be selling Haaland to fucking Arsenal or anything.
Exactly. That's that's it. Like,
that is it, guys. But that is it for this video. Carter, Vickers, Nawrocki out, and I tried to mention this point earlier, but you kept interrupting, talking pish. There is 2 international breaks in between this 2-month period, so they're not actually going to miss that many games.
Before we actually talk about that, one last question.
They're not crucial though. You just glossed over it. It's a bag of shite.
I'll address that in a minute. Ederson or Alisson?
Alisson.
I think Ederson. Anyway, the winter break. Yeah, no, there's not that many games. I think by the time 2 months from now, they will be back. They'll probably be back mid-October. End of October. Well, they're both going to miss the Old Firm. They're both going to miss, I believe, the quarterfinals and possibly. Will they miss the semi-finals of the League Cup?
Who?
Oh, what's that? Still the
they're going to miss it.
They'll miss the final as well. Fuck me.
It doesn't matter if you know injured or not.
Semis and final, man. Jesus Christ. Damn it. Oh, unlucky Carter Vickers. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year, big man.
He'll not be there next year.
No, he'll be late.
Celtic are falling apart again. I actually genuinely forgot they were in the cup. But I played that as if I was ripping the piss at them, but no, I forgot that. That's about playing Kelly at Rugby Park all day to you. No, I mean, I'm going to miss quite a few games here, quite a lot of important games. I think Celtic definitely have the harder running out the 2 Old Firm teams in the opening 11 games. If you look at the opening 9 fixtures, pretty sure Celtic have got, was it the opening 7 fixtures? Celtic have got 5 away games and 2 home, and Rangers have got 5 home and 2 away.
That's what I like to hear.
Pretty sure I've seen that.
Brilliant.
However, we're already 3 in and 2 in. 2 in, and Rangers are already 3 behind. So
yeah, Rangers need to win.
This Old Firm game's crucial, especially with Celtic getting these injuries. I'm going to say it here: Rangers should win this. It's at home as well, Ibrox. No excuse.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Bale should go if he doesn't win, but if you look at the fact that Celtic are going to be light at the back and they've got these injuries and they're not firing on all cylinders and they're already 3 points ahead, I think Rangers need to. I think they need to beat Celtic while they've got a chance.
No, I mean, Rangers could be at the Champions League and could drop points here, and it could be what's going on.
If Celtic turn up to Ibrox with a makeshift defence, not playing great, not firing on all cylinders, being knocked out of the League Cup, not scoring goals, not free-flowing football like we've seen under Ange, if they turn up to Ibrox and still win and then extend the gap to 6 points,
that's not good.
And who knows? I mean, let's be honest. You'd expect both Rangers and Celtic to win this week, but if anyone's going to drop points, it will be Rangers.
Yes.
Rangers will drop points at Dingwall more likely than Celtic will drop points at home against St Johnstone.
But if Celtic do drop points at St Johnstone, holy shit, what's going on?
But let's just say worst case. Let's say Rangers draw in Dingwall, and then the gap goes, and then Celtic win. See if the gap's 8 points after 4 games. I think then you can make a case Michael Beale has to go.
We'll have to wait and see though, guys. But until next time, that is us signing out. Be back tomorrow with transfer action. And till then, peace.